Sniffing in the microphone. Sniffs. I got a shit ton of books for my birthday, whether I bought them myself, my partner bought them for me, or my friends or family did. So let's do a book haul. I'm going to show you what I got and if I read it yet or not, since this is about middle June. We're going to try to rapid fire them because there is so many. I mean, this is a lot of books, don't get me wrong. I really only do once a year shopping when it comes to like actual physical books. I have so many books that I read through the Libby app, whether I also use my Audible credits or also on Kindle Limited. So I would say it's fairly rare for me to have physical books on hand. However, I did get rid of 17 books, and I believe I have like 21, 22 that I got that are new. So I did get rid of quite a few, but then I immediately replaced them with then some. First stack here is obviously the entire Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Book 7 comes out, I believe, in September as a hard copy. If you haven't read Dungeon Crawler Carl, you definitely should. It is a very loved and very well-deserved, hyped up series. Absolutely loved it. I did just do a full in-depth video on my YouTube about this entire series. Underneath all of the hard books too, there is a special little secret thing. This one says, "You will not break me," and all of them just get more crazy and funny and ridiculous. Here's book 2, Carl's Doomsday scenario. Book 3, the Dungeon Anarchist Cookbook. Book 4, The Feral Gate of the Gods. Book 5, The Butcher's Masquerade. And the most recent one that just got released in May is The Eye of the Bedlam Bride, Book 6. As of this video, I have read all of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books. I picked up Be Gay, Do Crime, 16 Queer Stories of Chaos. Have not read that yet, but will be reading it in the month of June, which is now for my monthly reads. June's theme obviously being Pride Month. Picked up Hungerstone by Kat Dunn. I'm so excited to read this. I had this ready for pre-order and was so pumped when it finally came out. My family gifted me this book. I absolutely love Alan Rickman, everything about him. He's one of my favorite actors of all times. He's so exquisite and extraordinary, and I think about him literally almost daily. I'm surprised I haven't read this yet, but I'm so excited now that I finally have it and will be reading it soon. I got a very popular Grady Hendrix book, The Witchcraft of Wayward Girls. I'm very excited to read this. I think I'm either going to read this in July for my summer ween reads, or I'm either going to save it for October for the horror and Halloween reads. But this is definitely a very, very, very popular book right now, and I hear it's fantastic. This I saw in the bookstore and I was like, holy shit, this looks interesting. The concept is really crazy. And I was like, you know what? This seems like a fun horror read. I'm going to pick it up and dive right into it. I think I'm going to read this in October, so it hasn't been read yet, but it's called Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman. It is a very crazy horror read. Another book that I was waiting to come out is The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling. This is a horror novel, absolutely crazy concept, and I was very excited to have this in my possession. I will be reading this probably in October as well. I did get a lot of horror books and or suspenseful and or horror-esque book. This is the only Stephen King book that I have in my physical collection. It's something that I've been wanting to read for a very long time. It's a very, very thick book, as you can see as well, with all of Stephen King's books are really thick. But this is 11/22/63, a kind of like JFK assassination book. My partner said this was really good, so it's one of the books that I picked up to read. And on to the final stack of books that I got for my birthday. The book was recommended to me. It is We Ride Upon Sticks by Quan Berry. I really don't know the full gist of it, but it has to do with like witch trials and like generations down the line. And I thought that was really fun, so I picked that up. The Midnight Library. A lot of people have also recommended this to me, so I thought, fuck it, pick that one up as well. I was gifted another memoir by my family, Val Kilmer's memoir. I love Val Kilmer so very much. It's very tragically, he passed away recently, and I was like, well, that's another person's memoir I need to read, and he's just an amazing, incredible actor and human and humanitarian and person, and just like picked up 2 more Grady Hendrix books. The How to Sell a Haunted House, which is also very popular, and the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I think these 2 I'm going to read in July for my summer wean. These next two books I was gifted by my best friend. It was so sweet of her to think of it. She gifted me Yes Please. I have already read. I read this in Women's History Month in March. And she also got me this brand new release, The Night and the Moth. I heard this book is fucking incredible. I'm really excited to read it, and I love that she thought of me when she picked this book up. I really do appreciate you, Boo. I love you if you're watching. This next one was a book I was waiting from one of my favorite authors of all time, Christopher Moore. I've read every single thing Christopher Moore has released, and this also came out around my birthday, and I was so excited to be able to pick this up in store. It's called Anima Rising. Another very highly recommended fantasy book. If you've read the Dungeon Crawler Carl books, everyone recommends you read The Devil's Next. This just came out. It's brand new. A very crazy fantasy story. Everyone that has recommended it to me has raved about it, and they also love the Dungeon Crawler Carl books. So I'm very excited to read this. That's all the books I got in my book haul. It's crazy. It's a lot. And I'm very excited to read these and leave my opinions and my reviews out into the voids of space.